Today we have come to the class 2 of surface tension. Last class we have discussed what is the surface tension. That is, surface tension is equal to force per unit length. That surface tension of a liquid is defined as force per unit length. Like how imagine a line say AB on a liquid surface, right? It is a plane. Then what? The force is acting on either side of this imaginary line. How it is acting? Perpendicular. It is perpendicular. The force is acting perpendicular to the imaginary line. And now I told you to write tangential force. I said I'll tell what the tangential force later. Therefore, force is tangent to the liquid surface. Okay. See now why I'll tell tangent is liquid surface. The liquid surface we think it is flat, right? This is a line AB. This is A, B is inside, and the force is acting this either direction. Is it not this force? But the liquid surface is not plane. It may be what? Convex or concave, right? In the case of mercury, it is convex. In case of water, it is concave. I'll tell you this later. The tangential force and all that we'll discuss. Therefore, always you write surface tension tangential force on the liquid surface per unit length, and the force is acting perpendicular or right angle to either side of the line drawn on the surface, right? Therefore, Newton per meter is the unit. That one we discussed. Then I said what is cohesive force and adhesive force. What is cohesive force? Force between like molecules. Force between water molecules, or force between mercury molecules. It is force of attraction between the molecules of same substances. It's called cohesive force. And what is adhesive force? Adhesive force is force of attraction between the molecules of different substances. Water wet the glass, right? But the mercury does not wet the glass because the force is repulsive. This is attractive force. And what is the cohesive force? Remember, cohesive force is inversely proportional to the 8th power of the distance. What is distance? Distance means what? Distance between two molecules of a liquid. Say suppose in liquid, one molecule and another molecule are certain distance. There are distance apart, right? I'll tell you what is this distance apart, right? So much distance. This is called sphere of influence. This is of sphere of influence. That also we'll discuss. Where d is the distance. D is the distance. This is also distance. This is a short range force. And because cohesive force and adhesive force that I gave an introduction last class. Then what is called molecular range. Now I have to tell what is molecular range. This is also called sphere of influence. It's called sphere of influence. What do you mean by the sphere of influence? See, it is the maximum distance up to which force of cohesion between two molecules. This is one molecule. This is another molecule, right? This is one molecule. This is another molecule. What is the maximum distance? What is the maximum distance the molecule can have? What is this from here to here? What is the maximum distance the molecule can have so that they should attract each other, right? The maximum distance up to which a force of cohesion between two molecules, cohesion between two molecules can act is called molecular range. It is this, what is this range? This range is in the order of 10 to the power of minus 9 meter, nanometer. Suppose a molecule, this is a molecule, you draw a sphere. A sphere is drawn around the molecule with molecule is as center and the radius rho that equal to the molecular, this is called range. Sometime R you can write or D you can write, where rho is the molecular range, is called sphere of influence or sphere of molecular attraction. This is the sphere of any molecules comes within this sphere get attracted. A molecule comes within this. This is what sphere of influence. Even you have, see, in your class, you have 10 to 20 friends, right? You will not have friends with all of your the college. In a college, each student have some minimum, the range about 20 to 25 friends they have. This is called a sphere of influence, they call. The same way, sphere of influence is what? The sphere, so that is, sphere of influence means it is that area, the region. Within that region, any other molecule comes, it got the cohesive force will act, start attracting. That means a sphere is drawn around the molecule with molecule as a center and radius is equal to its range. The radius is equal to its range. It's called sphere of influence or sphere of the molecular attraction. Okay. Now, what I do is, I take a trough containing water. This is the surface of water I supply. Consider a molecule here at A, another molecule somewhere here at B, another molecule at C, another molecule just D. Now this is surface A, P and Q is the surface. Okay, surface of the molecule. And if you want, you can do the three-dimensional diagram. This is a surface P, P dash, Q, Q dash, right? This is surface and water containing a trough and all that. But I am doing only a two-dimension that I will explain you clearly how the molecular theory of surface tension. Now consider a trough containing water. That is PQ is the surface, right? Surface of water. Consider four molecules. Suppose a molecule a molecule B, a molecule C, a molecule D of a liquid with the sphere of influence drawn around it. What is the sphere of influence? That means sigma is the sphere of influence. I'll draw a sphere of influence like this. Here I'll write a sphere of influence. Here sphere of influence. Here like this. Now this much portion is immersed. See? A sphere of influence at A is well within the liquid. Here, sphere of influence is sphere of influence. It is well within the liquid. Within the liquid. Therefore, what happens? It is other molecules which is surrounding A is attracts all other molecules. Since A lies within the liquid, it is equally attracted in all directions by all other molecules lying within the sphere of influence. So there is no resultant force. Resultant force is equal to 0, or resultant cohesive force I can call. Resultant cohesive force is what? 0. Now consider the molecule B. The sphere of influence of molecule lie partially outside. This is what? Partially outside. Partially outside. Therefore, what happens? There is an inward pull. Okay. Here there is a pull. These molecules are all pulling this direction. These molecules are pulling up downward. Here equally cancels. Here downward pull is more. Here upward pull. Here downward pull is at 10 unit. Upward pull is equal to 8 unit. Say 8 minus 10. There is a resultant is what? 2 downward pull. This is downward pull downwards. This is upward. As a result, what happened? Resultant force is what? Therefore, resultant cohesive force is downward. But what about here? There is no molecules are. See, a sphere of influence B partially outside the liquid. The greater part of the sphere of influence within the liquid. Therefore, it is less molecules. The upper part contains less molecules than the lower. Hence, it experiences a net force downward, but not much. But here, if you take your molecule C, just see, this is just, that is very, very important. It is lying near. Here, just lie on the surface. The molecule on the surface is exactly on the half of the sphere, exactly half of the sphere. The half of the sphere of influence is outside the liquid. Half of the sphere of the influence is what? Inside the liquid. Therefore, there is more number of molecules in the lower half. Okay. These liquid molecules in the lower half of the sphere influence exert greater downward forces. Therefore, here cohesive force, which is downward, will be more or maximum. Therefore, these molecules in the lower half of the sphere of influence exert greater downward pull here down at C. Here what? It is inside, it is near, just outside, exactly here above. Therefore, there is a maximum. Here what will get? Maximum downward force. The downward force exerted per unit area, that means downward force exerted per unit area, is called intrinsic or internal or cohesive pressure. This is also called what? Force per unit area is called cohesive pressure. Force per unit area is called cohesive pressure. The cohesive pressure will be more. Inward, downward force per unit area is called pressure, is it not? Therefore, intrinsic pressure or internal pressure or intrinsic cohesive pressure is called. And in the case of molecule D, which has passed out the liquid, it has come out of the liquid surface, only small portion of the sphere, but it will not have any influence, right? So that there is no net downward force. Only a small part of the sphere of the influence lie within the liquid's very small portion. So the net force decreases very much. It will not have a force because it is above the liquid surface. Now, what I do is this. This is 10 to the power of around what? 10 to the power of minus 9 now. I will draw a surface here. Look. Exactly. I will draw a surface whose length is what? This is F1, F2, I write it. What is this distance? That is what? Range, right? Range of this, okay? Now this I will write separately for you. Look how it, just I will consider this alone. This is PQ. Then what? This is a range. Okay. See. Okay. That means 50% of the sphere, half of the sphere is downward in the liquid surface. Here what? Maximum force will be acting downwards. This is F1 and F2. And rho is what? What is this? Rho is the radius of the sphere of radius of the sphere of influence, right? Sphere of the influence. And all, see, these all the molecules are lying here, right? Here all these molecules between here to here will experience a downward cohesive force. Understand? All these molecules, where maximum force, here is the maximum force. Therefore the PQ, the surface PQ experience a net downward force. The surface PQ experiences a net downward force. What downward force means? What? Net downward cohesive force, right? The magnitude, if you see, what is the magnitude? Here its magnitude is this much, here the magnitude is more, and here the magnitude of the cohesive force more, here is more. Here 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, and 4 unit, and 5 unit, like that. That means this surface here, the magnitude of the cohesive force increases as move from what? As you move from what? This surface, this surface to this surface. Therefore the liquid layer between F1, F2, right? Liquid layer between F1 and F2 and PQ is called surface film. It's called surface film. Now when the liquid surface is extended, see what I mean by this. Here when a liquid surface is extended, I extend. See, suppose the liquid surfaces is made up of lot of layers, right? Lot of sheets like this. See, suppose is made up of lot of sheets. P, Q, this is F1 and F2. Suppose I remove this sheet, what will happen? This sheet comes up. Understood? As you remove, the molecule which is downward, it will come up. Therefore, when a liquid surface is extended, more liquid interior rises to the surface. As each molecule passes through the surface film, work is done against the downward force. Because this molecules coming up means what? Work is done against the gravitational force. Therefore, as each molecule passes through the surface film, work is done against the downward cohesive force by agency, right? By this agency, that liquid itself. This work done against the downward cohesive force is stored as a potential energy. It is stored as potential energy. This energy is what? Additional to, see, this energy, potential energy, is an additional to the normal potential energy of the liquid. This energy is what? Additional to the normal gravitational potential energy. Therefore, the molecule of the surface has more potential energy than that of the interior. Therefore, the liquid surface, in order to have minimum potential energy, everything, see, for stable condition, we need minimum potential energy. Therefore, the liquid surface, in order to have minimum energy, is important, right? Therefore, the liquid surface, in order to have a minimum potential energy, tends to have minimum number of molecules on its surface. That is, minimum molecule of number of molecules means minimum surface area. That means the surface area want to have minimum energy, therefore it must have what? Minimum number of molecules on its surface. In other words, it tends to contract. The surface tends to contract. This tendency of having minimum surface area is called surface tension. Okay, this tendency of having a minimum surface area, that is, tends to contract, is also called surface tension. Okay, therefore, here how to define surface energy? Surface energy means when a liquid surface is, again I'll tell you again, when the surface of the liquid is extended, molecule from the interior of the liquid rise to the surface against the inward cohesive force of attraction. Therefore, work has to be done on this molecule, right? This work done is stored as a potential energy. Because the molecule is rising, no, that work is done on the molecules and which is stored as a potential energy in the new surface formed, because once first surface I am removing, new surface formed. And further, see, that means further the surface is extended, no, heat from the surrounding, no, when it expand, it absorbs heat from the surrounding due to the mechanical work, because it is expanding, and heat energy absorbed from the surrounding. Therefore, total energy per unit surface area, is called surface energy. Therefore, total energy, right, absorbed per unit area is also called surface energy. Now, I will tell you what is relation between surface energy and surface tension in the next class. But this one, it's slightly confusing. It looks vague for you. You read the textbook 2-3 times, and whatever the notes supplied for you, that also go through that, you will understand. And go through YouTube on this topic. You will understand the pictorial form. Okay? Any suggestion, please send through the message. Thank you.